Today, we're diving into one of the world's oldest faiths, Zoroastrianism. And what's so fascinating is that it does more than just ask us to be good, it actually gives history itself a moral purpose and a final, pretty spectacular destination.
So, let's start with a big one. Why does evil exist? I mean, it's a question that has defined philosophy for millennia, right? Well, Zoroastrianism tackles this head-on, not with a simple answer, but with a universe-spanning epic that begins right at the dawn of time.
So this story begins way before humanity was ever in the picture, at the very beginning of everything. The Zoroastrian cosmos is born from a conflict, not between gods and titans, but between two fundamental, primal spirits who are in absolute opposition to each other.
At the absolute core of this conflict, it all boils down to a choice. Before anything else even existed, these twin spirits defined themselves. The good spirit chose Asha, that's truth and order. It chose life. The evil spirit, on the other hand, chose drug, deceit, and chaos. It chose not life. And this single, primeval choice sets the stage for, well, everything.
But here's the thing. This cosmic war isn't some distant myth happening galaxies away. According to the prophet Zarathushtra, the battlefield is all around us. And even more importantly, it's within us. Every single person is basically a soldier in this struggle. So how do you fight? Well, it's not with swords or shields. It's with these 3 steps: good thoughts, good words, and good acts. This is the central moral idea. Every single moment becomes a powerful choice, aligning you with one side or the other.
This quote from the Gathas, which are the hymns of Zarathustra himself, really gets to the heart of it. He saw an absolute, unbridgeable gap between these two paths. There's no middle ground, no being neutral. The two spirits are just fundamentally incompatible, and so are the lives of the people who follow them. So ultimately, your life becomes an expression of one of these two paths. A person living by Asha is called an Ashavan. They're upholding truth and order. In contrast, someone choosing falsehood is a Drigvant, following a path of chaos. It's a really clear and profound moral framework. Okay, but what happens when our time in this life, our time to make choices, is over? Zoroastrianism has this incredibly powerful and deeply personal vision for a soul's moment of reckoning. After death, every single soul arrives here, the Chinvat Bridge. You can think of it as the crossing point between the world of the living and whatever lies beyond, and this is the site of your final, individual judgment. Now, here's the kicker. At this bridge, you're not met by some distant, external judge. No, you are met by your own Dhyana. Think of it as the sum total of your entire spiritual life, your conscience, your inner self, but given a physical form that perfectly reflects the life you actually lived. And you can see the moral logic here, can't you? It's so direct. If you lived as an Ashavan, a righteous person, your Dhyana is this beautiful guide who leads you to paradise. But if you were a Dregvant, a wicked person, your Dhyana is a hideous, tormenting figure who grabs you, and you fall from the bridge into the house of drug, which is basically a dark existence of punishment.
You know what's so fascinating is just how practical this judgment is. It's almost like a spiritual accounting. Your thoughts, your words, and your acts are all weighed on a scale. And this system gives you a powerful sense of agency because good actions can directly cancel out bad ones. You're not defined by one single mistake, but by the total balance of your life. But this philosophy doesn't stop with the individual soul. It projects this whole moral drama onto the entire canvas of history, giving time itself a beginning, a middle, and a definitive end. And for its time, this was a truly radical idea.
So this timeline lays out the whole epic conclusion. First up, a final absolute victory for good. Then, a universal resurrection where all souls, from heaven and hell, are reunited with their bodies. After that, a last judgment, an ordeal by fire that purges every last bit of evil. And it all leads to event number 4, the wonderful restoration. And here's the ultimate goal. It's not to escape the physical world, it's to perfect it. The end of history is the establishment of God's kingdom right here on a restored earth, a world with no death, no decay, no change, where the righteous get to live forever in joy. So this entire cosmic vision, from that very first choice of the twin spirits, all the way to the final fiery restoration of the world, it all circles back to one really profound point for every single one of us living right here, right now. And that's the ultimate takeaway, isn't it? In this worldview, you're not just a passive observer of history. Your choices matter on a cosmic scale. Every good thought, every good word,
every good act is a blow against chaos and a step toward that final, perfect restoration. So the real question it leaves for you and me is, what does it truly mean to live a life of consequence?